You're still watching the AIT News Hour. Now let's bring this report to you that in 2018, Nigeria set the target to end open defecation for 2025. The federal government launched the Green Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign.
The campaign followed the development of the national roadmap by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources with support from UNICEF and other key sector players and endorsed by the National Council on Water Resources in 2016.
Now, approaching the target year 2025, the Nigerian government is shifting the goalpost. Almost at the end of the game and now setting 2030 as the new date to end open defecation in the country.
Let's now bring in a water sanitation expert. He is Kidochukwu Mekunye. Mekunye, welcome to the News Hour.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
How possible is it? We couldn't meet the target from 2016 to 2025. What's the possibility of us meeting this new target of 2030?
Actually, 2030 is still a long time. We have like 5 years. If the adequate investment is put in place and the already existing policies are put into proper practice, we can achieve open defecation free in 2030.
And what are the states? Obviously, not all the states are hindering us from hitting this target. What are the states that are still preventing us from hitting this target? And what do you think needs to be done? The number of states that have even made the target is less than 5% because apart from the aspect of the infrastructure being available for use in terms of the toilet facilities and water for sanitation, the problem is we have to drive the knowledge to the people to understand the consequences of the practice. People still don't understand the consequences of open defecation. They feel, yeah, you're asking them to use the toilet, but they still don't understand that when you don't use the toilet, when you defecate in the open, there are lots of health challenges, health consequences. So we have to actually look into awareness more than just saying let's provide facilities, because we've been providing infrastructures all this while, but are they being used? Are they being properly managed? No. So we have to go back into the community-based approach to enlighten the people on the consequences of their actions, so that we cause the change in attitude.
So you're advocating that we need to go on an aggressive behavioral change. We've been hearing these stories around campaigns, both on TV, radio, media, social media. Do you think the authorities are putting their money where, their mouth is, regard not just about, like you said, providing public toilets? We see it all over. Yes. Huge funds budgeted for this, they are made, but people don't go there. People prefer to do the thing on the road, in the ceiling, in the bush, and all of that. So who do we blame? Is it the federal or the states, or even the local government? Because we seem to be having this issue around federal government carrying the whole load. But health is on the concurrent list.
I think that's where we're having a problem. Too much emphasis laid on the federal government, but for us to achieve an open defecation-free society, we have to drive our advocacy from the grassroots, not the federal government. It has to be more from the community-based, the local government, the states, and the federal. The federal should have less than 5 to 10% in the cost to end open defecation. So we should go back and start from the grassroots through the local government, the states, and the federal should have lesser percentage in that action.
So my own final question, maybe Binta will have one more, is in terms of funding, do you think this particular end defecation campaign, project, construction, do you think we have really put enough money into this?
I think from my perspective, we have put in much, but government can't drive this alone. They have to bring in the private sector to invest in management and maintenance of this infrastructure, because government goes about providing this infrastructure. But when it's not properly maintained and managed, which government is not in business, the private sector have to come into play and run these facilities, look into how to commercialize them, not just about getting the people to pay for use. Look at a value chain, what you can do with the waste that is generated in order to make the people feel as if they're using it for free, yet they are actually making money from the public toilet systems.
Thank you very much, Kidochukwu Mekunye. We have been speaking to Kidochukwu Mekunye on the possibility of Nigeria ending open defecation.